Hello everyone and welcome to the Best of Luxury Beauty 2020 week, where each day I bring you different categories dedicated to the best of luxury beauty for 2020. For today's video, we're focusing in on eyeshadows, the best of, most reached for, the absolute favorites in 2020. Let's go ahead and get started. So in the midst of my best of week, I did order another Gucci foundation in a lighter shade and it has arrived. And I'm really happy with this shade and that's what I'm wearing today. Once we get through this week and go back to our, normal filming and such, I will definitely update you on the new shade. But that is what I'm wearing on the face today. And all of these eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be mentioning today, I have either already done a dedicated video to with multiple tutorials and swatches and details because I have those in-depth videos. This is more so a compilation and a roundup of the year in the eyeshadow realm. All of the products that we talk about today, everything that I'm wearing, will be listed and linked for you down below in the description box. So just looking at everything, I do see I have a combination of everything. Quads, duos, single eyeshadows, palettes, big, small, we've got them all. Let's start off with what I'm wearing on my eyes. Any guesses? I am wearing the NATASHA DENONA Glam palette. This is a palette of neutrals and taupes, but there's also some warmth in this palette. You've got the beautiful combination of mattes, shimmers. I have about 3 different shades mixed on the lid to kind of create this look. And I love that about this palette because you can mix and match and blend and layer and it still looks seamless and smooth. I'm going to swatch the 3 shades that I mixed on my lid, which are these 3. With this palette, you have the ability to create everyday looks. You have the ability to get smoky. You have the ability to get super glam. You have one and done shades. You literally have everything you need in this palette, and it is a great size. I love this size for her palettes, and like most other NATASHA DENONA palettes, it does include the little holes on the back so that you can pop out the shadows and do with them as you please. But I'll tell you, NATASHA DENONA this year did not come to play. She dropped some beautiful, beautiful palettes. Let's jump into these little cutie pies. The WESTMAN Atelier iPods. These are their little pouches. I love to keep them in their little pouches. I think it keeps them nice and clean and neat. Very portable, very easy to work with, very creamy. You can use your finger, you can use a brush. They are a putty-like texture. This one is Les Jours. Beautiful shades. Very realistic and wearing shades. But these are the swatches from Les Jours, the daytime. These are very realistic colors. But what I love is you could totally glam this up by building up this darker shade. You can do a lot with these 3 colors. And now the other one is Les Nuits. This is the nighttime one. So it's going to be a little bit darker in colors and more dramatic. So Les Nuits and Les Jours. I feel that I use both iPods equally. This shade here from Les Nuits is beautiful as a highlight on the face. Absolutely. And this is literally the easiest, quickest smoky eye burgundy brownish shade. It is absolutely beautiful. You can kind of just sheer it out or you can build it and make it really dramatic. And that's the beauty of the formula and these colors and just everything from these little iPods. And again, I love the packaging. Marc Jacobs. This is the Eye-Conic eyeshadow palette in Fantascene. Look at this beautiful color story. And what I do love is that you have the ability to create daytime looks, easy looks, one and dones. And then you also have the ability to be nice and dramatic. And this color story, it's a pink, warm, bronzy, beautiful, beautiful color story. I have to share this particular shade with you. Do you see this beautiful copper bronze shade? So stunning. Then you have this one. Marc Jacobs eyeshadows are just, they're phenomenal. They're beautiful. And this is why I continue to go back to Marc Jacobs and purchase Marc Jacobs, because the quality has always been quite consistent and beautiful. Just beautiful. You'll hear me say that word a lot. I know. This in particular was a part of that Coconut Fantasy collection. These do have good staying power. I haven't had any issues with them, you know, fading or anything like that. I think the quality on Marc Jacobs shadows are really, 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 really good. I think if you are one that shies away from color most times, and yet you still want to have a little color in your collection, this would be something you might want to consider. I don't mind color. I love color. I have a lot of color. But, you know, it's the NATASHA DENONA Mini Tropic palette. Many of you know I love greens, and when you pair greens and blues, you hit it out the park. Do you see this green? It is no joke. And look at this blue. Oh my gosh. And then you have this beautiful lavender. It is just such a great color story. Still on par with the NATASHA DENONA quality, just in a mini form. I don't own a lot of this particular brand's products. I have a few, a very select few. And I'm happy to say that the select few that I do have and do use are quite good. I'm talking about the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palettes. This is a matte one in Desert Haze. Everybody needs a basic brown color story little quad. I reached for this palette so much. As boring and as basic as it may seem, it is something you want to reach for and know that you can just put something together and always look and feel your best. And the quality of these shadows is so smooth, so buttery, and so creamy. And they're all mattes. They blend beautifully. They just work. They really, really, really do. Such a beautiful color story with a beautiful formula. This next palette, I like to categorize her as my little girly glam palette. Whenever I use this and reach for it, I always feel so cute and pretty. This is the Paris Edit. How beautiful is this color story? It's soft, it's pretty, but it's giving you that VISEART quality with their shadows. Their mattes are beautiful. Their shimmers are beautiful. I love VISEART shadows. This one is really good. Oh, this one. Do you see these? Their shimmers are beautiful. They're like wet and metallic. Do you see that? You are able to create such beautiful looks from this palette. Look at this one. Yes. This shade, it's like a gray, but there's a little purple hue to it. The mattes are so creamy as well. Such a beautiful color story. Now this next palette is probably my most favorite ever from NATASHA DENONA. It's the Metropolis palette. Oh my gosh. First of all, I love the size of this palette and the amount of shadows that you get in this palette. And the variety, un perfecto. Oh my gosh. You have wearable shades. You have fun, bold pops of color. What I think is amazing is the greens in here, because I love green eyeshadow so much. The greens in here allow me to create everyday wearable type green looks. And I have shared a couple of videos, you know, sharing a few. This, at the moment, of all of my NATASHA DENONA palettes, because I've purchased all of them, every single one. And this is my favorite. This is my favorite for so many reasons. I don't remember exactly who I heard say this, but when I did, I literally died because they said that single shadows are done and people should stop making them. And I so disagree with that. I just feel that you're always going to need a single eyeshadow, whether it be something that you use just to apply in the crease and that's your perfect crease shade that you can in turn use as a one and done. I love single shadows. This one from Sisley has a beautiful, amazing formula. Now, it's a very basic color, but we all need staples in our collection, and this is one of them. This I like as brow bone highlight, inner on the eye, all over the lid, going with some bronzer in the crease. This is a really simple shadow, but it does so much. It really, really does. It's a very basic color, nothing, oh my gosh, call home, tell mom about it, but it's realistic. And in 2021, you bet I will be getting more colors of these. And the other single eyeshadow that just rocked it is the Pat McGrath. This particular shade is statuesque. This is the most perfect everyday color. All over the lid, one and done, in the crease. Use it with others. This is just, it's my go-to. I actually really like the packaging on these too. I think it's really nice. It's simple. That is what statuesque looks like. Such a soft, realistic brown in the perfect tone. Now these other two EyeDols are shimmers. This one is in the shade Sextrovert. Sextrovert swatches like. These are metallic and wet looking. They're just so beautiful. This is Rose Venus. But do you see this color story? This is a look. I'm categorizing the next shadows that I'm going to show you as the underdogs because I feel like they're not talked about enough, but they are so beautiful. Beautiful formula, beautiful colors. These are the Chantecaille Le Chrome Luxe Eye Duos. The packaging looks like this. And you get two shades. This one in particular is Tibet. I actually really like the metallic, wet finish of these. Do you see how beautiful? These are beautiful as one and dones. These are beautiful to be super glamorous. Or these are, sometimes I will just have a simple look on the eyes and I want to kind of jazz it up. I'll add a little Tibet in there. On Monte Carlo, the C is glittered. This is the color story. Monte Carlo is just a little bit more everyday wearable than Tibet. Tibet is more when you want to like really be glam and bring it. But that's any day, right? It's all up to you. It's all up to your mood. I have all 5 of the Le Chrome Luxe Eye Duos and they're all beautiful. They all perform well. But those 2 were the ones I probably reached for most. I really like Kenya a lot too. Kenya is probably everybody's most favorite. It's a beautiful purple. And guys, I did do a dedicated video where I did multiple looks with each one of these to inspire you. I used them wet. I really went into details. So if you want to see all of them, definitely check out that video. Now I have a lot of the Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes. And I think that they're absolutely beautiful. But the one, because I wanted to just pick one, I tried, it was hard. Mothership Sublime, the one in this packaging. Here's the color story. Beautiful. And as you know, Mother's shadows and pigment and formulation is outstanding. It just looks so beautiful on the eyes, all on its own. Now this next palette is the palette that I was wearing when we first started the best of week. It is the Marc Jacobs Terrific. This actually came out for the holiday. I know. Cherries. I didn't get it either, but it's okay. He calls it the Very Merry Cherry Edition. So it's okay. It's okay. But packaging is really cute. Now the dedicated video that I have to this palette, I did share 4 different looks, but you can get so many looks with this color story. This shade right here, oh my gosh. It's pink, it's red, it's got little purples to it, it's got little bits of glitter. It's just so beautiful. And this shade as well is really fun. This shade right here is really fun as well. It's like a purple metallic. And they work so well together. Picking the best of for this category was not easy for me because eyeshadows are probably what I have the most of. Hence the Alex straws. But I feel quite content with my choices. I'm very proud of my choices because they're very true to me. They're very realistic. And if you're curious as to where's the Tom Ford, why isn't there any Tom Ford? Because Tom Ford had its own video because of Tom Ford Tuesday. So that is it for today's video. You have to tell me what your favorite eyeshadows were for 2020. Comment them down below. Thank you so much for being a part of the Best of Luxury Beauty 2020 week. I appreciate you so much. Please don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very, very soon because we are continuing the Best of 2020 week. Stay beautiful, guys. Bye.